Hi, Logan. Tell us what happened.
Hi. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I got a smartphone when I was 10 years old, and I watched the next 5 years fly by. Everything that everyone's already said really resonated with me. Social media has rewired childhood. I have few recollections of this period because I was, so involved in this oversaturated media. The mean girl setting was very prevalent, and at a much younger age. And it got to a point during COVID where I finally had the time I so desired after school and just throughout this period, to just be with my technology. And I did that for 8 months. I sat in my bed and tried not to let my phone fall on my face. And, I came to a point where I started to see content of people online actually doing things with their COVID time. I mean, for the financially comfortable, COVID was a time where you could pick up a book that you'd thrown down, you could make bread, you could go on runs. And I was in my bed watching TikTok for 8 to 10 hours every day. So I reached a breaking point and I powered off my smartphone and I put it in a box in my parents' room. And my motivation there was that in the middle of the night when I really craved the smartphone, I wouldn't want to wake them. So I wouldn't go get it. And I mean, almost immediately something flipped in my brain. Things really started to change for me. And I never went and got the smartphone back. And so that was 4.5 years ago. And in the past 4 years,
something did actually flip in your brain, correct? Catherine? Yeah, something did flip in her brain. The dopamine hits were no longer there. That's what happened. Right.
I think exactly what you're saying is correct. You actually notice that your brain went through a period of withdrawal from not getting the constant dopamine stimulation that's provided by smartphones and short form content on platforms like TikTok. And then once you went through that, right, there's a valley, there's going to be a low point, and adults go through that too when they start to spend less time on their phones. But if you can make it through that valley, you start to see exactly what you're describing, which is that there's this beautiful, wonderful world on the other side with all of these things to do and all these people to spend time with. And it's so much better than, as you're saying, just lying in bed staring at TikTok for 10 hours at a time.